Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I want to remind everyone that Gary Gensler has had his sissy boy boot on the neck, not just of crypto, but of companies that are trying to build in crypto. And linked to my sponsor has many of them on the platform right now. You're just looking at a few of them here: Duna Analytics, Ripple, Blockdaemon, Circle, Kraken, Consensus, BitGo, Chainalysis, Ledger, iTrustCapital. There's Alchemy. But anyway, I just wanted to make the point that now you're seeing the crypto markets boom. Well, guess what comes with that? The companies that have built in this crypto industry, or the companies that have just stayed in a holding pattern and sustained themselves until they could get rid of this corrupt Gary Gensler. Well, his days are literally numbered to the tune of probably the next 2 or 3 days before you find out he's going to resign. Okay, so you can go to linqto.com, or you can download the Link2 app. That's private equity for accredited investors. Check it out, folks. Bitcoin just hit another all-time high. It just crossed 90,000. XRP's not doing too shabby itself. And do you know why? There's Bitcoin's all-time high. You know why? Well, this is a point I wanted to make before I tell you why. People are throwing the towel in on XRP. This is so typical. I've been in this since 2013. This is so typical, especially when people have gone through a long bear market. They're immediately, they see 24, 48 hours of things going up, and they're immediately kind of like, oh no, I missed it, it's over. Yeah, no, not by a long shot. There's too many positive shoes to drop in this. People are throwing in the towel on XRP. This was before this morning's announcement I'm about to show you. People are throwing in the towel on XRP already, saying they're angry, they didn't take profit. I feel XRP breaks this 74-cent range very soon. Alt versus Bitcoin pairings are mental ATM. Volatility looks to be back, and people have forgotten what it feels like. 124 XRP incoming. And then out of nowhere, this happened this morning. Robinhood, good morning. I'd just say morning, but we offer Solana, Pepe, XRP, and Cardano now. And then here's the other Robinhood tweet. There they are. They're now available for trade on Robinhood, and that's in the U.S. too. Boy, folks, things are getting exciting. But once this announcement came out, that's when this market really started to pump. Look, we're about to cross $3 trillion in total crypto assets for the first time ever. Folks, it is on like Donkey Kong. Okay? All right. CNBC analysts talking about Bitcoin. 120K is not that far from
also
here.
Spiking post-election. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, was once left for dead by many analysts, but it continued to rally yesterday and hit an all-time high. President-elect Trump made a slew of campaign promises to the crypto industry, including, he said, that he will make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. CNBC's reporter Mackenzie Sigalos joins us now. Okay, Mackenzie, let's talk about this surge and what it might mean for Americans.
So, Chris, this recent crypto rally is definitely being felt by the nearly 20% of U.S. adults who say that they've dealt in cryptocurrencies. The crypto market adding more than $700 billion since the election, with nearly 300 pro-crypto lawmakers elected to House and Senate seats, many of them receiving cash from the industry, which raised more than $250 million this cycle. Now, there is still a question of how much the American voter actually cares about this issue. An October poll from Pew Research found that across the country, around 17% of adults say that they've dealt in cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, 63% say that they have little to no confidence in the current means of investing in digital assets. Now, that has not stopped the surge in Bitcoin's price we've seen since the race was called for President-elect Donald Trump. It's up 27% in the past week amid a wider crypto market surge. And analysts are now predicting that Bitcoin could reach 120K by the end of the year. We've also seen new user-friendly ways to invest in cryptocurrencies come to market this year, like Bitcoin ETFs on the New York Stock Exchange. And just today, we got a report from the FDIC, which found that crypto use among the country's underbanked is more common than among those who have access to traditional finance. So, Chris, that's something that could continue to grow in a Trump administration that's focused on looser regulations for the industry.
There you go. Now, excuse me. And then here's Bitcoin is a global alarm system, more marketing term.
It is purely coincidental that we have now another famous Italian-American watcher of these markets. Anthony Pompliano is his name, the founder and CEO of Professional Capital. Anthony, great to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
You heard maybe a little bit what Kenny was saying. The bull run runs on, but it may be not as robustly. What do you think?
Well, I think there's two things that are happening with Bitcoin specifically. The first is we got a pro-Bitcoin president that's going into the White House. He explicitly campaigns saying that he's going to protect Bitcoin.
I don't think we need to see this. I thought it was that other guy talking. Bitcoin is the global alarm system. Reminds me of when he said money is stored energy. So I'm going to not make you suffer some of this BS talk. Okay. But what we do want to do is, this is Perry Ann Boring. She was actually in D.C. yesterday from the Digital Chamber of Commerce.
The report now that you are headed to the Federal Reserve right after this segment today to present a report on stable coins. And that report is titled How Stable Coins Are Extending U.S. Dollar Dominance, a Policymaker's Guide to Action. Tell us what's most important here.
The stablecoin markets have proven to be one of the most successful use cases and applications of blockchain technology. The stablecoin market is over a $4 trillion transaction market. That's larger than Visa and many other of the largest global payment networks. This is a very big deal. Why? Because it's taking US dollars and bringing them to communities all around the world that previously did not have access to US dollars. There is new field data available that says, where we looked at who are the people outside of the United States that are accessing stable coins and what are they doing with them. And one of the top reasons why people outside of the US are accessing stable coins is to save in US dollars. So this is extending the dollar into new markets, is creating new demand for US dollars, and it creates an incredible, powerful tool for financial inclusion globally. And our key point for the Federal Reserve and for our lawmakers here in Washington, D.C., is the U.S. already dominates this market. Over 99% of stablecoins circulating globally today are U.S. dollar dominated. So the U.S. is dominating the stablecoin market. We support regulation and oversight of stablecoin markets, but we want to make sure that we don't lose our edge. We want to make sure that we do no harm, that we protect our dominance. This is not only a tool for financial inclusion, this could also be a tool to strengthen the US dollar and should preserve that world reserve currency status for the next generation.
All righty, and this is from Ripple. It's time for another XRP Ledger meetup. Next week, Mario's to connect XRPL developers, dive into AI, Web3, exchange ideas shaping the future of blockchain. So that'll be good. Now,
so just to be clear,
I want to make a point here, folks. Over the last, couple of weeks, gold has been pulling back as crypto and Bitcoin has been surging, and so. Actually, this is when crypto starts surging like this, I automatically start getting phone calls from family and friends about what crypto they should invest in and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not a financial advisor, as you know. But what I always tell them is, well, here's the stuff that I'm in, or that I think is something that's going to be around for a while. But the answer to your question is I'm not buying any crypto now. The time to buy crypto is while Gary Gensler's doing his reign of terror The time to have bought it is when everything's scary and everything's down, as long as you believed that it was going to be around for a while and that Gary's reign was temporary, like I did. So the time to buy, what I'm, in terms of buying things, if I'm going to buy anything, I would now focus on myself. I would be focusing on something that is not surging, you know what I mean? Because that's how the money's made, folks. Make no mistake. So here's Jim Rickards on gold.
Great Britain, backed up by the Royal Navy, ran a very successful gold standard in the 19th century. They had about 20% backing. At any given time, the Bank of England had about 20% backing for their notes. The United States used 40% backing until around the end of World War II, and then they went to 25%. And they ended up at zero by the late 1960s. But for it was either 40% or 25%. So take your pick. And the British were about 20%. That's what you need to instill confidence. So my math is take M1, take 40% of M1. That's the dollar amount of gold you need to have a strong gold standard. Divided by the number of ounces in 8,133 metric tons, and you get a number. And that number today is around $23,000. So, but it keeps going up. And the reason it keeps going up is that the gold supply is constant and the money supply keeps going up. So again, fifth grade math, you're going to get a larger and larger number of dollars per ounce in order to back up a higher dollar amount with the same amount of ounces. So it's about $23,000. So just to be clear, that's not saying that gold is going straight to $23,000 an ounce. That's saying if confidence in the dollar were undermined and you had to resort to gold to restore confidence, you can't just pick a number. If the number's too low, it's going to be highly deflationary, which is what happened in the late 1920s. So what would the number be? And the answer is around $23,000 an ounce.
Oof.
Great.
So if you look at this is a gold chart over the past month. It's come down. It was surging before Trump came in. It was surging. But my point is that I like to invest in things when they're not booming, and that's the Warren Buffett way. That's how he got rich. You young people out there. Now let's finish this video before we go in the group. Let's look at this again. See where we're at. We just crossed 3 trillion, folks. That's huge. 3 trillion for the first time ever. And you've got over 90,000, you got a 90K Bitcoin, a new record Bitcoin. And then let's see what we're looking at. We're over 71 cent now on XRP. Things are, folks, this is getting wild, folks. Now, in DAI XRP, you know what we're going to do? Someone snuck a video camera into the XRP Unleashed documentary. Not like for a full thing, but I'm going to show you a clip that they did get when they went in there, and I'm going to show you, we've still got some other stuff to cover. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.